I would like to call to order the regular city council meeting of Cinco de Mayo, also known as May 5th, 2026 at exactly 6 p.m. Madam Clerk, roll call, please.
Councilman Werner.
Here.
Councilman Gleason.
Present.
Councilwoman Leonard.
Present.
Vice Mayor Langowski.
Present.
Mayor O'Connor.
Present.
City Manager Brown.
Present. Please stand and join me in the pledge. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Thank you so much. Additions, deletions, or modification to the agenda? I believe we have one
Yes,
modification to the agenda.
yes, Mr. Mayor, I'd like to ask that we remove special events off of this month's agenda and reschedule it for next month.
Which item?
Special events,
That is item discussion.
D, I guess.
D.
Yes, D.
It's on the bottom of the page.
Looking for a motion.
I'll move the removal of item D under new business, the discussion of city events to our next meeting.
Second.
We have a motion by Councilman Werner, seconded by Councilman Gleason. Roll call. Councilman Werner.
Yes.
Councilman Gleason.
Yes.
Councilwoman Leonard.
yes.
Vice Mayor Langowski.
Yes.
Mayor O'Connor.
Yes.
Motion carries 5-0.
Now I need a motion to approve the agenda as modified.
Make a motion to approve the agenda as modified.
Second.
We have a motion by Councilman Gleason, seconded by Councilman Werner. Roll call. Councilman Gleason.
Yes.
Councilwoman Leonard.
Yes.
Vice Mayor Langowski.
Yes.
Mayor O'Connor.
Yes.
Councilman Werner.
Yes.
Motion carries 5-0.
Excellent. Public comments. This section of the agenda allows for comments from the public to speak. Each speaker will be given a total of 3 minutes to comment. A public comment card should have been completed and returned to the city clerk. When you are called to speak, please go to the podium, and prior to addressing the council, state your name and address. For the record, all public comments will possibly receive a response. If not, they'll be followed up by staff at a later time. I'm going to take a point of privilege here and invite PBSO to come up and do their staff report now so that they can get back to keeping us safe.
Well, you'd be happy to know that accidents are down.
Sorry, state your name.
Accidents are down?
Oh.
Paul Heckler, HEC
Thank you, sir.
Accidents are down from last month
How much?
by 6, or parking lot accidents have increased. Out of the 10 last month, 8 of them were in Publix or Starbucks.
Wow.
Absolutely no crime, except for, hold on, let me get there. Somebody's kid's tire was cut at the community bus stop.
At where?
It's Sky Cove. So they have the bus,
Oh,
where the buses are at park, where the kids park their bikes to get on the bus. So somebody slacked.
bicycle tire got slashed.
Yeah.
I don't
So
like
that's your crime for the month in Westlake. Traffic ramped up a little bit. I'm sorry?
Did you catch the culprit?
Oh, I didn't go on the call. All I do is your traffic. I've noticed that speeding in the school zone is becoming a lot of an issue. So we're gonna get more, I'm gonna see if I get the motor unit guys out here with me and help with that. But
Great.
still, people come out of Crestwinds and they're heading to Publix, think it's 50, 55.
Yeah.
Some of them have been educated, some of them not. But other than that, like I said, still the safest city around, no issues, no problems. Any questions for me?
Yeah, you mentioned it's a Crestwind issue.
I'm sorry, said it.
You said people coming out of Crestwind.
Yeah, like residents, they just, and I sit in the same spot like every day. Everybody knows my car.
Yeah.
Most people slow down, some people are doing 50, 55. You live in Crestwinds? I'm still looking for you.
I don't remember.
And we got a whole nother issue for you. No other questions?
But you told me you know my car.
You put it up beside me.
Yeah.
So now I got a photographic memory
All right, cool.
and it's electric.
Does anybody have any questions for the deputy? Heckler?
No.
Thank you so much for keeping us safe. And catch that kid or whoever it was that stabbed the tire. I'll invite Fire, who we just had an amazing unveiling of our city logo on actual Station 22 trucks to give their staff report. Thank you so much.
Thank you. And tonight, Amanda Vomero, District Chief with Palm Beach County Fire Rescue. Tonight's a little bit different. We're going to be presenting the annual report. And I know that you have the annual reports, they're emailed to you and they're in your packet. However, I really appreciate the time that you allow us to present, because not only is it important that the council and the city staff know what their fire department is doing, but it's very important that the residents know what their fire department is doing. So on slide 1, I'm going to start with a little video and then I'll get into specific numbers for Westlake.
All right. Dim the lights, please.
Palm Beach County Fire Rescue is one of the largest professional fire departments in the state of Florida, and we're here when you need us the most, responding to just about every emergency you can imagine. With 50 strategically located fire stations crossing more than 1,800 square miles, we serve the visitors and residents of Palm Beach County in their greatest time of need, with integrity, unity, compassion, accountability, and dedication as our core values. Our units respond to roughly 152,000 911 calls a year and growing. We are an all hazards, all emergency response, 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. All of our first responders are cross-trained in firefighting and emergency medicine, which means a more efficient system to mitigate fires, all kinds, buildings, car, brush fires, and wildfires, vehicle accidents. Firefighters are skilled in using the job supplies to free trap occupants. We respond to all kinds of emergency medical calls, everything from slips and falls to cardiac arrest. We are an ISO Class 1 rated fire department. So what does that gold #1 stand for? For the community, it means peace of mind, knowing you have the highest level of fire and life safety protection available. We score among the top 0.01% fire departments nationwide. As always, we are poised and ready to continue breaking new ground in emergency medicine, meeting the community's needs time and time again. And that's not all. We respond on land and in the water, prepared with dive rescue teams and now jet skis. In the air, it's Palm Beach County Fire Rescue, paramedics and nurses that treat patients on both of the Palm Beach County Healthcare District's 2 aeromedical helicopters, known as Traumahawk. Traumahawk can fly a patient from Bell Lake to a trauma center on the East Coast in 15 minutes, saving precious time and lives. We have highly skilled advanced hazardous materials team that handle special operations, chemical or fuel spills and leaks, strange chemicals or white powder substances, biohazardous conditions, explosive devices or explosives will be directed to the Palm Beach County Sheriff's Office Bomb Squad. We conduct high-angle rescues, rescuing someone stuck up high or down low. In ditches, it's called trench rescue. We rescue small animals and large animals, everything from ducks to horses. Our 911 dispatch center inside the Emergency Operations Center answers more than 216,000 911 calls overall each year. We dispatch for our own coverage areas and 13 additional municipalities. Our highly trained dispatchers can talk to CPR over the phone or even delivering a baby. Operators always immediately dispatch the closest trucks while still on the phone with you using a high-tech mapping GPS system, keeping our response time to an average of 6 minutes and 46 seconds. This means we get to you fast since time is of the essence in an emergency. Our CARES team provides emotional first aid on the scene of 911 calls. Dedicated health human service professionals bring compassion and resources for family members, allowing the firefighter paramedics to focus on the patient. And after a 911 call, our new mobile integrated health program is transforming the way medical and social services are delivered in Palm Beach County. Our community paramedics and medical social workers follow up with house visits. They help partner with patients to figure out long-term needs and enhance their quality of life. Florida knows storm seasons all too well. Palm Beach County Fire Rescue is an integral part of everything from hurricane preparation to response. clearing roadways and down power lines, to going door to door to get people out of areas that damage or floodwaters. We want you to feel safe. We're here to help you get prepared. We're here to rescue you if you get stuck. Training around the clock keeps us learning and growing to keep our skills fresh, hosting large-scale disaster exercises at our one-time regional training center. We prepare for active shooter terrorism attacks with a coordinated response. Fire and law enforcement work hand in hand to serve the community. It's a scary thought, but a reality. Today, first responders must be prepared to encounter anything at any time. It is our duty to protect you. At Palm Beach International Airport, we have a full fire station to respond on the tarmac and in the terminals. We carry fire suppression agents to put out jet fuel fires and specialized trucks called Dragons to deal with aircraft emergencies. After a fire is out, our fire investigators also work hand in hand with the sheriff's office, state attorney's office, digging through hundreds of fire scenes each year. When the fire is found to be intentionally set, you need to know when criminals will be stopped and caught. We close more cases than the national average, while also running a program to educate at-risk youth about the dangers and repercussions of starting fires. Our Community Risk Reduction Division, fire inspectors, inspect more than 30,000 buildings to keep you safe. Working hand in hand with our local businesses, looking at nearly 10,000 building plans and sites before, during, and after construction. Our community educators deliver presentations to residents from 2 to 102 at schools, businesses, civic groups, healthcare facilities, and before homeowners. We're here to answer your questions, teaching things like fire safety, hands-on CPR, injury prevention, carbon monoxide awareness, and how to properly install a child in car seat, just to name a few. The Drowning Prevention Coalition, which we Palm Beach County Fire Rescue, provide free water safety education and free response swim lessons. We want to give you and your knowledge to prevent bad things from happening in the first place. We wouldn't be able to make all of this not make it work. All the work done behind the scenes, as reports are indicating, by our administrative complex and at the shop, maintaining our fleet of more than 500 vehicles. It is an honor to serve the city of Palm Beach County. We do it with dignity, compassion for each other, and for our community, and pride in our community and our mission. The men and women in Palm Beach County Fire Rescue are so proud to be your fire department. Our vision for serving Palm Beach County, excellence today, improving tomorrow.
I don't think I should have to say anything else, but I'm going to talk about the depth of service. As we get back on our PowerPoint here. So I like to show that video because there's no way I could possibly highlight in the annual report all of the services that fire rescue offers and provides. So any one of the residents could get in touch with Community Risk Reduction, and I can put them in contact with any of those classes that were highlighted or any of those services that were highlighted. And the reason why I'm going to talk about the depth of service is because it's important for you to know that anytime Station 22 is not in the firehouse, they're either on another call or they're at required training or they've moved up to cover another area. We have plenty of resources that come into the city of Westlake and cover that area so that you are never without service. We have 51 fire stations. We are about to open doors on our 52nd fire station. Hopefully this summer, that'll be Station 92. And our daily staffing, we have 171 frontline units. Here we go. We have 171 frontline units. 56 ALS rescues, each staffed with 3 people, 42 ALS engines, 40 staffed with 30 people, and 2 are staffed with 4 people. We have, are we ready? We have 6 ALS aerials, or you guys like to call them the big trucks that come and fly your flag. Those are the aerial units. 2 special ops units, each staffed with 2 people, 4 tenders, which are our water trucks that carry 3,000 gallons of water to those areas, the rural areas that have problems. They don't have hydrants or they don't have a water supply. We have 4 personal rescue watercrafts, so jet skis that are in service, 9 district chiefs that are on service every day, 10 battalion chiefs, 24/7, 365 days a year, 10 EMS captains, 1 light and air truck that comes to structure fires and other large events that help swap out bottles, and it's like brings additional resources in lighting for extended operations. We have 19 brush trucks and 4 ARF vehicles that are at the airport. So should I click to go back up to get? So that, I just reviewed the second slide.
If you instead of clicking the up one, you'll be clicking down, and that's how you search them.
Okay, how do I get back to the correct slide?
Which slide number?
We're going to be on number 3 now, the third slide. Westlake service area.
Because you're on 7 right now.
So up.
And then
One more. Hey.
Here we go. So Westlake service area, as you're well aware, and by tonight's presentation, I think it's a little delayed. Got to click and be patient. Sorry. Right now. So as you're well aware, Station 22, you have a battalion chief, an EMS captain, an engine, a rescue, and a tender, and a brush truck at Station 22. And then if Station 22 is out or you need additional apparatus to come and run those calls, you have Station 21 that's on Okeechobee Boulevard, and then Station 26 that is over off of Avocado Boulevard. So those would be your next due units that come. Okay. So this year in last year, fiscal year 2025, we ran 672 calls in the city of Westlake. Last year, we ran 546 calls. So it was an increase of 126 more calls, and the response times went down 4 seconds. So I'm very happy about that. So for fiscal year 24, we had an average overall response time of 6 minutes and 18 seconds. And this last fiscal year, it was 6 minutes and 14 seconds. So calls by situation, 383 medical calls, 177 alarms, 48 vehicle accidents, 32 assists or investigations, 12 interfacility transports, which would be from the freestanding ER to an admitting hospital, 10 fires, 7 hazardous situations, 3 mobile integrated health calls for the total of 672 calls. And you see 57% of that are medical calls. So the EMS statistics, so we have the more critical calls, if you will. We had 7 trauma alerts, 2 STEMI alerts, which are cardiac alerts. They were having a heart attack, if you will. Not in cardiac arrest, but having a heart attack. You had 2 sepsis alerts and 6 stroke alerts in the city of Westlake last year. And that was a total of 294 transports. We always like to review our customer service satisfaction. This is a randomized survey that goes out. We hired a company that sends out these randomized calls for people to participate after they've experienced our service. And I'm happy to say of the residents that participated in this survey, it's a 100% overall customer satisfaction for the city of Westlake. So very proud of that. Our community risk reduction is responsible for existing inspections, plans review, new construction investigations, community education, and drowning prevention coalition is also housed under community risk reduction division. In fiscal year 25, we had 79 inspection activities, 202 construction inspection activities, 142 plans reviews, and 16 community activities with 1,549 of your residents that participated in those community events. Some of the new things that we implemented in fiscal year 2025, there's a traffic, it's coming.
Your response times are better than our.
Here, I'll do it again. I don't want to go too far.
Okay. No, can we manually do it?
I'm doing it. Yeah, no.
There we go. The traffic preemptive program. This is a program that as the vehicles approach and they're going lights and sirens, which is code 3, towards the intersection, the light will turn green to keep traffic flowing. So we don't have to come to the stop at the intersection or at the light, wait for traffic to clear and then continue. So that will also help increase our response time. So that was implemented halfway through the year last year. So next year we should see those numbers as well. And I'm hopeful that those response times will continue to improve. On this next slide, we have our blood product transfusion program. You were aware, a couple years ago, we started carrying whole blood to help patients that are having head injuries or major bleeds from traumas and things like that. We were able to administer whole blood to help sustain them till they got to the operating room, which was ultimately what they would need. And last fiscal year, we started carrying plasma also on the trucks. So we have 10 EMS captains that are carrying plasma, 7 EMS captains carrying whole blood, and the Trauma Hawk carries both plasma and whole blood. So the combination of the two is what they're showing is really increasing, save lives, actually. Also discussed last fiscal year, our urban search and rescue team. And this past fiscal year, they were designated as a type 3 by the Florida Division of Emergency Management, and it recognizes its regional capabilities in collapse rescue, rope and trench operations, canine search, and support from medical doctors and structural engineers. So having that type 3 designation, we actually have a doctor that joined the team, and they actually go out with the crew and can help assess patients and things like that out in the field. And it also has a canine search and rescue dog as part of the team. A couple things, I don't have a slide, but I wanted to mention, we have this yellow dot program. And I left some of these in the back of the room, this yellow dot program. Anybody that has a medical history, medications that you take or things like that, and you are in a car accident, this sticker would go on the rear window of your car, and this pamphlet would go in your glove box, and PBSO would know if they saw this yellow dot sticker to go to your glove box, and you can have your emergency contact person in there, your medications, your medical history, and things like that. So I left this in the back of the room. And then I also left these pet stickers. So these stickers, I know you love this. These
We love
stickers
our
can go
pets.
by a window or a door. And if you have if there's a structure fire and you're not home and you can't tell us, hey, I have a dog inside or I have a couple cats, you can actually put the number of cats that are in there and the number of dogs, and fire rescue will know that they need to go in and search for your animals, because we know they're part of your family. The next slide is just for questions. That one popped up quick.
Can you educate us on what whole blood actually is for those who don't know?
It's actually blood. It's
the difference
from
between normal-
the blood bank. You know, they have a blood exchange program for the blood that doesn't get used, but it stays refrigerated on the units and it's ready to go. And it's actually blood
With everything in it.
with everything in it. Yeah.
Okay.
Mhm.
Does anybody have any questions for the chief?
Very impressive annual report.
Thank you.
Just want to thank you again for everything you do for us, for keeping us safe, partnering with the city, bringing us these stickers.
Absolutely.
We love our pets.
It's our pleasure.
Point of privilege, I'll say that I've just recently participated in Fire Ops 101, which is a program that the county has where I get to take place in a fraction of the training that real firefighters get to take place in. I mean, everything from rappelling down a building to, smoke filled and working the hose. And it was an amazing experience, and I want to thank you for that.
Great. Of course. I'm glad you enjoyed it. And if any of you haven't had the opportunity, they do one every year. You're more than welcome. Manager Brown, let's get you fitted for bunker gear.
I'm ready.
I know.
I think I lost 10 pounds that day.
Did you take a nap?
No, there was something immediately afterwards I had to get to.
Oh, thank you for your time.
Thank you.
Thank you, Fiji.
Thank you so much. Okay, we're still at public comment. Do we have any comment cards?
Yes, Mayor, you have a comment card from Mr. Bobby Farber.
Mr. Farber?
Bobby Farber, 4829.
Same
Yeah, no, I'm
on.
this way. All right, I just want to start off with something first before the street lighting. I have a 9/11 Remembrance First Responder Group here. All right, I've secured the lodge for the 25th anniversary of the 9/11 terror attacks. Eric and Greg are both members. I'd like everyone else, if they could attend. I'm having the meeting on May 27th, Wednesday. Kind of brainstorm to figure out the ceremony, and I absolutely want everyone involved, including, I should have done this, but
May
I'd like,
27th?
May 27th. I'd like to congratulate Howard Brown as our new city manager, and it's really great to see him here today, and a big deal.
Amazing. Sorry to interrupt. What time is the meeting?
It is 6:30. So I had Amanda Vomero sent me down, the battalion chief of Fire Rescue 22 last time. I just had a discussion. Well, I had one with Captain Pletsky, as long as Lieutenant and Officer Heckler. Maybe we're going to have one of them come down, talk about what they do as first responders every day and, see what's going on. But again, this is to brainstorm everything, have this ceremony, and there are other things working too. So, just get ready for all of that. But this will be the kickoff. That's Friday, September 11th. So next, I'd like to just remind you, everybody, we did go from 88 lights that were out or purple. We're down to 5. They're going to be taken care of. We're going to go down to 0 over here. Charlotte, I did talk to Sid about the roundabout lights that you told me were out. And even the marquees were out. So I've been told that they're upgrading all those lights to something that's going to kind of stay and do well. The west side is a nightmare. I've had extensive conversations with external affairs and the project manager. They've been given some really bad info, and I kind of told them what's going on, and I think that's going to get straightened out because that whole west side is dark. Persimmon, Sid and FPL have gotten together jointly. They are currently fixing the design and all the boring issues where they run the pipe. And there's a little movement, not what you want, Gary, but it's going to happen. Lastly, I did speak to Sid about this on the west side. On the multimodal paths, the golf carts are out of control. They're 20, 30 miles. I got wiped out almost twice. And I had asked them if we could put up speed signs, 15 miles an hour, wherever they want to put them. And that will help with enforcement too, when they say they don't know what the speed limit is. They asked me, Sid, if we could jointly talk to the city, and hopefully Mr. Brown will get together with Lynn, kind of figure this out. I'm not sure why. I thought it was kind of in their purview, but I think it's needed for enforcement to shut it down. I did also speak about the tons of fishing going on in the lakes and everything. And Officer Pat, he is on duty throughout the week. His days off, he encourages anybody, if you see that, to call the emergency number. Either he will go down there or he will have a car, or a car will be sent, because there's a lot of fishing going on.
Thank you for your comment.
Okay.
Non-emergency? Non-emergency number?
They're not emergency. What did I say?
Emergency.
Yeah.
Any other public comments, Madam Clerk?
No additional comments, Mayor.
Okay, moving forward. Consent agenda. This section of the agenda consists of routine or administrative items that require final approval by the city council and may be approved in its entirety by a single motion. There will be no discussion of these items unless a council member requests such, in which event from the consent agenda and considered on a future agenda. May I have a motion to approve the consent agenda, please?
I'll move approval of the consent agenda as presented.
Second.
We have a motion by Councilman Werner, second by Councilwoman Leonard. Roll call. Councilwoman Leonard.
Yeah.
Vice Mayor Langowski.
Yes.
Mayor O'Connor.
Yes.
Councilman Werner.
Yes.
Councilman Gleason. Motion carries 5-0.
Thank you. Moving forward with proclamations, we have before us Proclamation 2026-10 Municipal Clerks Week, which I will now read into the record. May 3rd through 9th, 2026. Whereas the office of the municipal clerk, a time-honored and vital part of local government, exists throughout the world, and whereas the office of the municipal clerk is the oldest among public servants, and whereas the office of the municipal clerk provides the professional link between citizens, the local governing bodies, and agencies of government at other levels, and whereas municipal clerks have pledged to be ever mindful of their neutrality and impartiality, rendering equal service to all. Whereas the municipal clerk serves as the information center on functions of local government and community. Whereas municipal clerks continually strive to improve the administration of the affairs of the office of the municipal clerk through participation in education programs, seminars, workshops, and the annual meetings of their state, provincial, county, international professional organizations. Whereas it is most appropriate that we recognize the accomplishments of the office of the municipal clerk. Now, therefore, I, John Paul O'Connor, Mayor of the City of Westlake, do recognize the week of May 3rd through the 9th as Municipal Clerks Week, and further extend appreciation to our clerk, Zoe Burgess, and to all municipal clerks for the vital services they perform and their exemplary dedication to the communities they represent. I'm also going, yes. I'm going to take a moment too. I personally want to recognize our clerk, Zoe. People think that, the mayor controls the meeting and the city, but truly it's not. It's our clerk who handles everything. She keeps us together. She is the glue. She stepped up for the last year to serve as our city manager. That is not something that all clerks get to do, and she didn't just do it, but she did it exemplarily well, exceptionally well. And at that same note, I want to say thank you to our deputy clerk, Odette, who stepped in. Zoe?
Thank you. I just have a few comments. Thank you. Good evening, Mayor, Vice Mayor, and Council. Thank you for allowing me a brief moment to speak following the proclamation. Tonight, I'd like to recognize the Deputy City Clerk, Odette, for her continued engagement and support of the clerk's office. When she first stepped into this role, I know she didn't fully realize all the clerk's profession entails. But what stands out is how she embraced it. She leaned in, asked questions, and committed herself to learning and growing every step of the way. As a small token of appreciation, I've chosen an orchid, symbolizing strength and refinement. It reflects not only her growth, but also her willingness to take on challenges and continue evolving in a role that demands precision, integrity, and resilience. The clerk's office is truly like no other. The work we do is foundational to local government, ensuring transparency, preserving the public record, and supporting the legislative process. It is both demanding and deeply rewarding, offering a unique opportunity to serve our community and purpose and professionalism. Odette, please know that I remain committed to supporting your journey as a municipal clerk. I will continue to encourage you to pursue your certified municipal clerk designation and expand your knowledge in the field. The investment you make in your development will not only benefit your career, but also the organization and the community we serve. Thank you for your dedication, your growth, and your service.
They control the public record. Without them, literally nothing happens. Nothing exists in the record if they don't say so. The clerks are amazing, and we thank you for everything you do. Thank you. Well done. All right, I love that one. I can't wait to sign it. Next, we have Water Reuse Week, which I will now read into the record, assuming this is it in front of me, which it is. All right. Declaring May 17th through the 23rd as City of Westlake, Florida Water Reuse Week. Whereas safe, clean, and sustainable water resources are essential to Florida's environment, economy, citizens, and visitors. And whereas although Florida's water supplies are finite, the state's population and need for water resources continues to increase. And whereas water reuse provides a means for conserving and augmenting Florida's precious water resources and is key to the state's sustainable water future. As whereas Florida has established the encouragement and promotion of water reuse as state objectives in Chapter 373 and 403 Florida statutes. And whereas Florida's permitted reuse capacity is more than 1.8 billion gallons per day, which is approximately 70% of Florida's total permitted capacity for all domestic wastewater treatment facilities. And whereas Florida has risen to be the national leader in water reuse, reusing nearly 820 million gallons of reclaimed water per day to conserve fresh water supplies and recharge our freshwater resources. And whereas May, typically a dry month when water demands are high, is a good time to educate residents how they can help save Florida's precious water resources through water reuse. And whereas Water Reuse Florida, the state section of the Water Reuse Association, has proclaimed the week of May 17th through the 23rd, 2026, as Florida Water Reuse Week. And whereas the city of Westlake has joined with Water Reuse Florida, the Florida Department of Environmental Protection, the South Florida Water Management District, in encouraging and promoting water reuse and conservation. And whereas the city of Westlake encourages efficient and effective use of reclaimed water. Now, therefore, be it resolved by virtue of the authority vested in me as mayor of the city of Westlake, hereby supports Water Reuse Florida and proclaims May 17th through May 23rd, 2026 as Water Reuse Week. In the state of Florida, the city of Westlake is calling upon each citizen and business to help protect precious water resources by practicing water conservation and efficient and effective use of reclaimed water. Thank you. Moving forward, we are entering, we already did the presentation of the annual report by Fire Rescue. So we have before us MSP 2026-02. The applicant is requiring approval of a master sign plan retroactive for the Crestwinds Palm Beach resident development located south Town Center Parkway east of parcel M, south of Persimmon Boulevard and west of Pod S. The applicant is requesting approval of one pod entry monument sign located within the landscape median at the secondary community entrance along Persimmon Boulevard East, already built. The applicant is requesting 3 waivers pursuant to section 113-8 master sign plan, City of Westlake. City Attorney, please swear in any witnesses that wish to provide testimony.
Thank you, Mr. Mayor. Good evening, Mayor and Commission. For the record, anybody who intends to speak to the item, I just ask you stand and be sworn. That'll be the applicant and anyone else to speak. Would you all swear or affirm testimony you give this evening is the truth and nothing but the truth?
I do.
Thank you. The answer is yes. For the record, this is a quasi judicial hearing. I would just ask that any members of the commission, to the extent that there are any ex parte disclosures, any communications with the applicant or anybody else on behalf outside of the public meeting.
I certainly had applications. I certainly had communications with the applicant, with staff. Several residents? Do I just?
Generally,
Yeah,
no, it's the applicant
yeah,
staff, but generally.
Residents as well. Pretty much anybody who would listen.
Thank you,
on this
Mayor.
item.
I too had conversations with the applicant. This was prior to last month's scheduled agenda, but it was continued. Haven't had any conversations with them since. And I have talked with several residents in the community.
Thank you.
I as well spoke with the applicant and, of course, staff and then residents.
I have none.
Okay,
Thank you, Mayor. I defer to your professional staff.
do we have a presentation?
Yes, sir.
All right.
Good evening, Mayor, council members. For the record, Osniel Leon, City Planner for the City of Westlake. Before you is an application requesting approval of a master sign plan. This is retroactive for the Crestwind Palm Beach residential development. The applicant is requesting also 3 waivers pursuant to section 113-8. The subject site, it's approximately 195 acres, contains 800 single-family homes, has a future land use of residential 2 and a zoning district of residential 2. Here's some background for the signage. On April 19, 2019, Crestwind Palm Beach received approval of an alternative pot entry monument to include a pot entry monument sign along the Town Center Parkway. On September 9, 2019, Council approved Ordinance 2019-06, establishing mandatory signage design. On October 29, 2019, the amendment to Part P design standards was approved by the Planning and Zoning. On April 15, 2025, a building permit was submitted from applicant's Ron's Restoration and Services for the Crestwind second entry monument sign. On May 15, 2025, the City Council communicated with the contractor that the monument sign must be follow city zoning code monument sign designs and also provide architectural plans as an example of the Sky Cove South as to serve as reference for dimensions. On June 17, 2025, the permit was issued with zoning conditions. Proposed monument sign had to match the colors with other monument signs, also including letters. October 9th, 2025, the building official sent a stop work order for the Crestwind monument sign. And this is for the second monument sign. Again, the request by the applicant is a master sign plan for the Crestwind Palm Beach residential community. The master sign plan will contain 2 signs, the one previously approved and built along the Town Center main entrance, and also the second entry monument sign that has been permitted but not signed off yet, has already been built along the Persimmon Boulevard East. Again, the second sign at the entrance of the monument that was permitted with conditions. However, it was not built in compliance with the approved plans or the required design consistency standards. The applicant is requesting the retroactive master sign plan approval to address the dimensional and design deviations associated with this built design. This is the location where the 2 signs are located. First one, the most large sign is the one that was previously built and permitted along the Town Center Parkway. And then the secondary proposed monument sign, it's along Persimmon Boulevard's entrance. This is the entrance along the of the Crestwind development. This was the original sign permitted. Again, the master sign plan application contains 3 waivers to allow a monument base height for 8 feet, to allow a maximum totem width of 3 feet, and to also allow deviation from the design of the residential pot entry monument sign. That's shown on figure 113-11 in the zoning code. And all 3 waivers are related to the secondary entrance sign. This is a table provided by the applicant, just basically listing everything just mentioned. And here's more in detail the waivers. These are the base. The code requires 7 feet. The base of the sign has 8 feet. That's a waiver. And then the totem, maximum totem width, it would be 2 feet and 10 inches. The built sign has 3 feet of width. And then the third would be the overall design. It doesn't really match the approved plans and also the zoning code. And so this is the secondary entrance signs. It's already been built. It hasn't been it hasn't passed the final inspections, and it has a stop work order. In the event the council decides to approve this master sign plan, staff recommends the following conditions. The subject sign shall be revised to include materials and colors similar to the sign located at the main entrance of Town Center Parkway. Except as modified by the approved waivers, the monument sign shall comply with all applicable provisions of Chapter 113 of the City of Westlake Code of Ordinances. Any sign illumination shall comply with Section 113-15 of the sign code, and sign and landscaping should be maintained in good conditions. Thank you so much. And the applicant also has a presentation.
I would sit tight and then let's see what the applicant has for us. Hopefully some pretty pictures.
Good evening, Mayor and members of the council. I'm Wendy Tuma with Urban Design Studio. And yes, we do have a brief presentation, and it does include some pretty pictures. A lot of this is a repeat of what Osnell did. He gave a very thorough presentation, so I'll skip through the parts that are repetitive. But again, we're requesting a retroactive approval of a master sign plan. This is just the history. Here's the two signs side by side, the main entrance sign along Town Center or Town Parkway, and then the secondary sign. And then some brief history. We did receive a building permit. The sign was constructed inconsistent with the design standards, and then a stop work order was issued. We are now requesting an amendment to address the design and dimensional deviations. Here's our waiver request. And quickly to go through them, the code requires 7 feet. We're requesting 8 feet, so 1 foot waiver in the height of the monument. The width of the totem, we're requesting a 2-inch deviation from 3 feet instead of 2 foot, 10 inches. And then the overall architectural integrity of the sign. We're consistent with the waiver standards, which includes maintaining unified community identity, architectural integration, no adverse impacts, and being consistent with the Westlake master sign intent. Here's our pretty picture. We would like to offer a design alternative in which we amend the sign face to be the Carrera-like tile, which would match the front entry sign. The waivers comply with the waiver standards. We have staff's recommendation of approval. We agree with the conditions of approval, and we feel that the rear sign complements the front side.
Can you go back to the pretty picture?
Yes.
My only question, and I didn't think about it in all of our conversations until the first presentation, is the lighting. So what will this lighting look like as compared to the front sign? Like, how will the sign be lit at night?
It's my understanding that it would be uplit.
Is it the same way that the front sign is
To
lit?
the front, yes. The letters are not backlit or anything like that. It would be uplit.
Excellent.
And there is a condition of approval that we need to meet the sign,
The lighting.
the lighting standards, yes.
I've always thought that the Crestwinds Monument sign is one of the nicest entrance signs in our city. And I'm less concerned with how we got here. The point is that we're currently here. And the last thing that I think this body should do is even consider having you guys rip down a $70,000 sign that you're willing to spend another 15,000 or so to retrofit and make look like the front sign. I know it was a long road to get here, but we're here. And I'm very, very much in favor of the solution that you guys have proposed. I think, it's the right thing. Does any of my council, I mean, I like the way it looks. And I've spoken to several residents, both inside Crestwinds and outside Crestwinds. And this is more in line. And I'll also say, I didn't like the way it looked before. I kept saying this, it was reminiscent of like Santorini, Greece, with the bright blues and the bright whites. This is definitely a 1000% improvement. And I like the way it looks. Let's open it up for discussion from my council. Ms. Leonard, what are your thoughts on this?
So I like the redesign, and the fact that it matches the front entrance. I think that was one of my concerns. The area where you wanted a waiver to go to 8 feet, that was the part I'm
That was the
Where-
2 inches, right?
Where is that? Is that the green
It's the,
piece there?
let me see if I can find it. It's the white piece where it says Crestwind and the large dimension where it says
Oh,
8
so you're
feet.
doing it wider,
It's taller,
taller.
By 2 inches though.
by 1 foot.
1 foot.
Up above is your code,
Which one is the 2 inch difference?
the totem width.
It's all.
Oh, that,
Go
okay.
back to the picture.
Yeah, if you
Let's
could.
check the-
It's the white portion where
So just so it's this?
No.
It's existing.
I mean, but
yes,
Yeah, go to
little picture.
the one that looks
That's
nice.
your modified.
Not the Santorini goose one. This is it.
So this is the 8.
8 foot tall sign face, yes.
Okay.
I think it looks good.
My only other question that I've heard, is there a reason why it doesn't say Crestwind of Westlake?
I can
When
answer.
all of our other communities,
I actually can answer that. So Coulter came up with the Crestwind product. There's a Crestwind like
There's several.
Indiana or something like that. So this is their Crestwind Palm Beach, as in Palm Beach County. And I think it's part of their marketing. Also, they're marketing it as Palm Beach because we are in that county. So that's how.
so they did a county versus, but every other neighborhood has the Meadows
Yeah.
of Westlake or Crestwood, I mean, the
Well,
old
I mean,
side. It's just wondering
this was-
if they're,
it was originally approved by this body for their first sign. You know, for the very first monument, beginning monument. But that's the name of their product. It's Crestwind of Palm Beach, like, you know, they're
Oh.
marketing it to 50
Right.
plus. 40,
community in the county.
40 for.
Right,
yeah.
okay. So that was my only question, but thank you. I like that we switched back to the same marble kind of look
I
that
think
we
it's a
had at
huge
the front
improvement.
entrance. So that was my primary concern.
Yeah, well done.
Did you say you're putting marble on, a marble look to it?
A marble
Well-
like, I don't think that they've chosen the exact thing, but it's gonna look similar to this, similar to the front sign.
I didn't hear you say that.
Yes.
It will be painted over with a marble-like approach.
Yes, yes,
Painted or a slab?
Not
I-
painted.
not painted. I think they'll put some sort of a tile like,
Marble type.
marble like tile.
Would it be the
Career.
same type of material that's on the front sign?
If they can find it. It's,
Are you talking
Yeah.
about the waterfall look?
No.
no, the Carrera, so the light gray marble with the etching, with the dark gray or the gray etching,
Same material as.
with the
front sign.
veins running through it.
Yeah, that's what makes it look like it belongs.
The front sign is
I'll
is
sh-
all,
there's-
the front,
There's the front,
That's your front sign.
and that's a tile?
yes,
You can even see the seams in it.
I know. You talking about the white part where
Yes.
where Crestwind is attached?
Yes.
yes, on the sign face.
Okay.
All right.
I
That's
am-
all my comments.
I am going to disagree with one thing, and that's how we got here. I don't like how we got here.
Yeah, I don't like.
I know there are some people that may be okay with that, but this body puts in certain rules, certain exceptions, and then to do something other than what we have approved and then come back retroactively. Not a big fan of that.
Fine.
The sign, the way it's designed, I like that you guys are changing it up to make it look like the front one, but I am not okay with the way,
Yeah,
the way we got here.
I agree with you.
But we are here, like you said.
The last thing I want to do is set a precedent for not following our codes and procedure. And I think the stop order was the right thing to do,
Correct.
but we're here.
Right.
So it's,
So-
it's how do we be a just government and not a punitive one? How do we be a reasonable government? And that's what I think Westlake is, and that's what we should be, innovative, reasonable, not punitive.
I just wanted to ask a question. Why was a totally different sign was constructed instead of the one that was originally planned? It's a totally different look.
I wasn't involved, so I'm not exactly sure. I know that they did receive a building permit for their sign. There was a condition of approval attached to the building permit. Maybe the sign company didn't completely understand the condition of approval. They don't understand zoning codes. I'm not really sure how we got there, but Coulter is completely on board with getting it fixed, doing the right thing and moving forward.
I have a theory, and obviously nobody's willing to admit fault or liability, especially, when there's approvals that need to happen. But I think that language consistent with the other signs made them think consistent with
Their sign.
Sky Cove and Meadows, not Crestwin's front monument sign. That's my opinion. That's where the confusion set in. But, because this,
I like the idea if you're willing to change it to the marble look. My other thing, it's technical, is you received a stop order, but you still completed the sign.
I don't know at what point,
Because the stop
where
order
they were in
was
the
before
construction.
The plannings were
Stop
done.
order.
we happen to have our building official in the building who I'm going to ask to come up and come on up, introduce yourself for those of you who don't know our awesome building official.
All right, thank you. Yeah, just for the record, you swear, affirm, tell the truth, whole truth, and nothing but the truth?
I do.
And your name for the record, please.
Scott Wadowski, building official of Westlake. And when I got word the sign was not according to plan, I drove out there and the guy was doing the finishing cover on the sign.
So it was already built.
They already did their lath inspection, their steel inspection, their reinforcement. That's all generic to a base. You don't see the finished product. So at that point, you can't tell if there's really
Gotcha.
a violation. So when I went out there, he was like half done putting the tile on there. And I said, listen, you have to stop. Well, I'm talking to the guy on the job, not the owner of the company. I don't even think the guy on the job actually understood English. So I said, I didn't send the stop work order certified, but I did attach it to an email. I sent it to the company owner and he got right back to me. And the condition of the stop work order was to submit a corrected plan. It was a non-life safety issue. It was an aesthetics issue. I didn't think it was a need for
Right.
an arrest or anything really like that. So he got right back to me, says he had a plan in place to correct it. This was a couple months, 4 or 5 months. And then he said there was a site plan amendment coming in. That's the last I heard of it.
So it wasn't like combative or.
No, the
It was-
sign
it was
contractor
good.
B has been great. He gets right back to me. He sent me a picture of his kid's broken arm in the hospital and he was supposed to get back to me. No, he's been very
Right.
cooperative back and forth. He's in Michigan, so he's not right in Westlake.
I mean, it sounds like, I'm not trying to communicate.
But I was satisfied. with him. So I put the permit to a hold. I took it off, I gave him the stop work order, which is still on City View. It's visible. You can see it
Right.
right there. So right now the permit is on hold. So once we get word from zoning, it's good. I'll put it back to pending and they can correct it and do their final.
Excellent.
Right?
Thank you, sir.
If there's anything else, just let
Anybody
me
have
know.
any
But
other questions for our building official? Before I tell him he's got a great haircut and
Yeah.
on his way?
that was the first one too.
Appreciate you so much. Okay, any further discussion on this item?
Yes.
Okay. We got first, Mr. Werner.
Questions of staff? Osneal, in the agenda packet that you gave us, there's a signed plan stamped approved. Part of it has a circle around it, said not approved.
Mhm.
And it was approved with condition that it shall match the other monument sign in the city.
Correct.
What's it referring to?
That was my referring to the email that was sent to the contractor. We sent them plans of Skycove to, for them to follow the dimensions that they needed the sign to be.
So you actually wanted the sign to look like Skycove sign.
The Skycove has
Oh, yeah, I think that was a mistake right
the
there.
regular dimensions of where you see all these, the crestwind in the front, it's an alternative entrance sign.
Yeah.
This type of signs are the normal, you can say, that you'll see in all the developments. So they have a certain dimensions, design and things like that. So that's what they need to follow.
So when you say other monument sign in the city, you're referring to the Sky Cove sign?
Well, in general,
To all of the
and
other
then we
monument signs?
specified and sent the
Yeah,
Sky
he's
Cove.
saying he actually sent them Skycove's dimensions. So.
I'm not talking about the dimensions only, because he's talking about the color shall match the other monument sign in the
Right,
city.
and then we also communicated with the contractor to follow the specific design and dimensions.
Of Skycove.
So was
And then we
that,
sent them Skycove plans.
Was that what your intent was when you approved this plan?
The intent was for them to follow because that's what the code allows.
Okay, so then on the city view portal, you sent me, or you sent all of us a copy of the approval with conditions. And in that one, it says that the colors shall match other monument signs. So on the stamped approved plan, you say other monument sign, but you're now referring to all of the other monument signs, not the one at the front of Crestwood. Is that correct?
Correct, yes.
Okay.
This was not part of a master sign plan at the moment.
Okay, so let me just go back in time a little bit. On the front entry sign, that was approved, I think, based on your presentation, after the sign ordinance was approved, was adopted.
Yeah, yes,
And yet your office, because it was signed by NILSA, approved the Crestwind sign. Did it meet standards?
yes.
And did it meet the color of the other signs that you're referring to now?
That specific sign is codified in the code. So it meets the sign for the alternative signs.
The front
The
Crestwind
Crestwind
sign
sign,
is
it's
part of the
It's
code
codified in the code
for Crestwind.
for Crestwind.
So,
Well, it was meant for Crestwind, but any development can utilize the alternative monument sign.
so the water feature is what I'm referring to now. On the front, some people call it the totem. That was specifically approved. for Crestwind.
Dimensions, the sign, if you see in the zoning code, it has a picture of the Crestwind sign.
Okay, because I don't know if this is the picture you're referring to, but you sent this to me. There's no indication of color or what it is. So what is it that exactly what was approved?
I will have to go back in 2019. That was before my time and look exactly. But that was my understanding when I looked back in the history of the sign and how it was approved. And that's why I provided to you what we had on records.
Okay.
If you
The
need more
approval
details, I can
of that
provide.
sign was based on this one sentence because it complied with code on the front entry sign.
For the Crestwind in the front, yes.
Okay, so then back to the rear entry sign. I think the applicant just indicated they are going to change the tile on the water feature. Is that
No.
correct?
No,
You're not?
no.
Okay.
Well,
The blue,
A full water feature. It's, I guess it's supposed to look like a
no,
waterfall.
they're gonna wrap the white in the marble to make it look like.
No, I understand that part, but
Not changing that. That's-
so the water feature tile, you were referring to that as being matching the one in the front. Isn't that correct?
You're talking about my proposed conditions of approval?
Yes.
Yeah, our staff condition of approval is to the materials and colors similar to the sign located at the main entry, yes.
No, on your approved plan for that sign, and that's what I started off talking about. It said you shall match the color of the other monument sign.
We're talking two different things. One was a building permit, this is a master sign plan. The master sign plan, what we're saying is the two signs of the Crestwind development need to be consistent. The building permit reviewed was based on the zoning code, which follows all the rest of the city of Westlake entrance monument signs. The Crestwind monument sign is unique. There's no other one like it.
The one we're
The one in
talking
the
about
front.
tonight.
Correct.
I
No, the
didn't-
one in the
The
front,
front one.
the big one.
Okay, and that's part of the code.
Yes.
But the one in the back, the rear entry, in your approval,
It follows a different section of the code, not the,
but in your approval, you conditioned it to match the color of the other monument sign.
again, maybe it wasn't the best written condition, could be. But we communicated with the applicant and specifically told them what he needed to provide. So it's our understanding that understood completely what
Okay,
the
well,
regulations were.
So that the blue tiles on this particular rear entry sign do not match or come close to the blue tiles on the front entry sign.
Sure they do.
They are, but they're completely faded on the front, which is a code violation and it needs to be repainted.
No,
on the
they
front.
don't match at all.
Well, that's because the sun's bleached it out.
No, it's
So you go back to the picture.
one on the rear entry sign is like a smooth finished tile.
Oh,
One,
the
the
picture signs have the
one on the front has
You
ribbons.
said color, it doesn't have the ripple. Okay.
You're talking about the physical sign.
Yeah, that's a Minto product.
Is,
So these
Close.
ripples here that we see here, what you're saying is missing from that.
Yeah, because that's a shiny, smooth tile, like you put in the bathroom or wherever. Is that what your intent is when you said it shall match the other? That's what I'm trying to figure out.
That's correct.
Okay, and it doesn't.
As part of this master sign plan application, yes, to match all the elements from the project.
It is,
I'm not hearing what you're saying.
it's the same time.
No, it's not.
This
Where's
is.
the picture?
Well, we have the applicant here. Let's,
We-
then why can't you just?
it was our intent for it to be the same tile. They matched it as close as they could. I think that the original tile from the front sign had been discontinued, so they
This is the
matched
accent.
it.
This is the back sign.
Yeah.
The back sign.
Right. They're not the same tile.
Not identical, but they're pretty damn close.
No, they're not. You can see right here, the colors.
No, that's, the colors don't match because it's a fading in the sun.
Well,
Okay, is staff content with the solution that the applicant has put forward?
We have not seen, we have not reviewed this specific proposal. It was included at the very last minute. We can certainly, review it and staff position is to match it to the front sign. So if it does, staff will be okay.
So if they can, if they can match it to the front sign,
The marble. part.
now,
Oh, the ring.
Just to be clear, we are not proposing at this time to remove the tile and retile it. We feel that they match and that it looks nice the way that it is.
the back sign certainly looks newer because it is newer
Sure.
by,
Staff hasn't
by
reviewed
6 years.
paperwork. The staff hasn't reviewed it.
Well,
I think staff's been pretty clear. They want it to match.
It was.
But you're not gonna match a 6-year-old product with a brand new product. It's impossible.
well, the color may not be the same, but the tile certainly could be.
Yeah, it doesn't have the ripple.
I think we should move forward with this.
That's the new one.
This is, okay, I'll show you some of the picture. This is what's currently installed, okay?
It's a bigger tile, but it's the same. Yeah.
It's, yes, the color's a little off, but they're also on two completely opposite sides of the neighborhood. The intent is there, it looks good. They're spending another $15,000 to $20,000 making it happen.
So I just want to add, the building permit will have to be revised matching, because the plans that are in now are not these. So the building permit will be revised for this new proposal. Staff will review and sign off with the end product.
I have a question for the applicant. When you submitted the plans for the rear entry sign, were you given direction and guidance from the city on what your specifications should be?
I did not submit the plans. They were submitted by the sign
Well, I would
company.
like someone from the applicant to provide us an answer. I mean, but clearly the plans that were submitted did not meet what the city is saying they require.
Your name for the record, sir.
Bobby Knott, I'm with Coulter Homes.
Have you been sworn?
No,
I'm sorry. Do you swear or affirm the testimony you'll give me the truth and nothing but the truth?
yes.
Thank you.
I'm sorry, can you repeat that question?
The question is, when plans for the rear entry sign were prepared, Were they prepared with the knowledge of what the city required in its sign code?
Not when we submitted, no.
Well, no, not when you submitted. Before you submitted, you asked a designer to prepare plans. Does that designer not come?
We used an architectural firm. We used references from Sky Cove, I believe, were the plans. When those plans were given back to us, they were approved. That's what we submitted, and that's what the permit was issued.
All right,
I mean,
that's not, then I'll ask staff. When you saw the plans submitted and they clearly don't meet what you require, why did you stamp them approved?
To speed up the process, we don't want to delay permits and that kind of, so what we did is we provide specific instructions to the contractor, dimensions, how the sign needed to be. We provided different plans. We mark up the existing plans. And it was my understanding that the contractor knew what it needed to be done, so.
It doesn't say that. It says approve and the color shall match the other monument
We
sign.
can, I'm not sure if the email was included in the package. I can certainly provide you the email correspondence that was sent to the contractor with the plans attached.
Without feeling the need to publicly roast our staff, which I'd rather not see happen here, the city obviously holds some culpability here, but which I think it's imperative that we as a body move the needle forward instead of continuing to either tread water or move backwards.
Well, Mayor, that's fine to say that, but, and you said initially, you don't care how we got here.
I said I'm less concerned about how we got here because
I
the
do
fact is
care
that
how-
we're here.
I don't think this should even be here. I think this should be handled at the staff level, and the applicant should make whatever adjustments needed to be made to
Well,
comply with the staff requirements.
it is here. I am pleased with the solution that the applicant has put forward. I have spoken to many, many residents, both living inside Crestwinds and outside, who have to look at the sign every single day. It's a beautiful sign. It's going to match the front. It's going to look good.
I would request if the council moves forward with this, that you condition it to have the tiles match the front entry sign.
It's impossible.
It's not impossible.
You would have to redo the front. You would have to redo the front sign to make a match. You're trying to match a new product with something that was done 7 years ago, 6 years ago. It's impossible.
Whatever we do on this sign is going to apply to the front sign. No,
Mr. Vice Mayor?
I just have one more question for the applicant. But then can we go back to the picture with the both signs, the main entrance and the back entrance? Oh. Okay, just a quick question. So where the teal is
Yes,
on the main sign, it's got the gray paint. Would
yes,
you be able to do that?
yes, we did play around with options
Match
of
the
that.
bottom of your
Yes,
current
we can
sign
paint
and then,
that, yes.
and then do the marble?
Yep.
Okay, I'd be okay with that.
Can I entertain a motion to
Because that
approve
would
that?
make it
Mr. Mayor, if I might, just before you have a motion, if we could just open up for public comment, it's a quasi judicial
Oh, of
item.
course, quasi judicial.
Thank you, Mayor.
Thank goodness. Let's open up for comments from the public to speak on this agenda item. Let's go Alicia and then Bob. Ladies first.
Hi, Alicia Torres, 5847 Whippoorwill Circle. Again, I just want to compliment everybody for really caring and being so involved. I think ultimately Mayor O'Connor is right. The sign is a non-issue. It's gorgeous, but we got really lucky in this case. Some things fell through the hoops or something. But what if cracks, right? But you know, what if it was a terribly ugly sign? And so I do think that, you know, Councilmember Gleason and Werner are correct that we should kind of like get to the bottom of where this happened.
No, I think we should. I just.
Okay,
think
all right,
it has to be
yeah.
done
Yep.
publicly on the dais.
And I appreciate Cresswin being so good spirited.
Thank you. Mr. Farber.
All right, Bobby Farber, 4829 St. Armand's Way. Subjective, whether residents like it or not. I'm a resident, and there's just as many that think it's terrible. I think it's egregious that we came in here. We do site plans, sign plans with deviations first, not second. All right, the Westlake totem you're talking about is tile. It's faded. All the other ones are prefabricated. Currently, Sid is painting them to refurbish them. We cannot do
You're talking
that.
about the front sign.
Yes, no. All totems in Westlake are made of a prefabricated Westlake Waves plastic, prefabricated.
Okay.
They're painting them so that they look refreshed. This tile comes as an expense to the HOA. When these go bad, we replace tile as opposed to painting them. So we should put the waves in like everyone else. We don't want to set a precedent here either. Sky Cove complied. GL Homes is
What's on the
compliant.
front sign?
Huh?
What's on the front sign? Tile?
Tile.
Okay.
All right, however they got there with that one, but Sky Cove complied, GL Homes is complying, as well as the Oaks. Every totem in all of Westlake is prefabricated. They will be painted, all the HOAs will be painted. So by having this one, at some point, this comes as an expense to the HOA. We could add a painter, go out there, refresh it, boom, we're done. All right, they all did put of Westlake, could say Palm Beach of Westlake. They all have stuccoed gray with black speckles on it. Nothing here fits. So I don't know. It's
But
even
you're
worse.
referencing the front sign as well. I just want to be clear.
What's that?
You're referencing the front entrance.
I'm referencing the back. The front does have the same tile too.
But that doesn't say of Westlake. That doesn't have the.
I don't know how we got there. This
Okay,
was.
So you are so what your concerns are both with the front sign and the back sign.
Right. So, I mean, we said whether it's pavers, landscaping, anything we do, we're just opening up Pandora's box here. So we have blue letters, we have these prefabricated totems, they're all over Westlake. Now we're changing it. All right. I will be in that development. I don't want to spend money for tiles. I don't want to redo it down the road. I don't want the white with the marbling getting all dirty. I want it to look like every other back gate sign that's out there. I also want streetlights back there. I've been told my plan for street lighting is not accepted. These are the permitted signs from Don Hearing that they paid for. They tell me that it's FPL's plans. FPL doesn't get it. They don't choose whether we put lights in or take them out.
Let's stay on topic to.
Well, this is part of it, but I think the sign should look like every other sign out there. I think the totems should be the ones that we've used, and that's it. I'm not, I know you want to just.
Well, I happen to love the front monument sign.
But there are just as many people who don't concur with you.
All right, well. Do we have any other comments from the public regarding discussion on the sign? Nope. Nobody wants to chime in?
Any other Crestman folks?
Any of the Crestman people here? Come on up. We'd love to hear from you. You guys inundate my
Wolf
phone
Arena,
with-
5694 St. Almond's Way. To me, I'm sorry, I'm pretty simplistic, right? We live in a community that's part of a bigger development. The two signs should match the rest. I mean, I think it's very simple. I think, whatever is done in the front should be done in the back, whether there's, I couldn't tell either whether there's waves or painting or whatever, but they should look the same. And I'm sorry to the fact that it has 6 years that they did that, right? At some point, they got to be consistent, right? So now that they're fixing this, maybe they need to do something to the front also, so it's more consistent within the community. If that has to match Sky Cove and everybody else, I don't know as much as what Bobby did, right? But all I'm saying is that if it's consistent within the other properties, okay, I feel we should have the same consistency.
Thank you for your comments. Mr. City Attorney.
Sir?
Correct me if I'm wrong. The front monument sign is approved. It exists. This body cannot
That's my understanding.
force
It is
the
compliant.
applicant
That's my understanding.
to touch the front sign.
That's correct.
The front sign is here. So
Correct.
now what we're left with is whether or not we make a rear sign match a front sign.
Mr. Mayor, isn't this a master sign plan for both and retroactive?
It's retroactive, and section 113.83 states when renovations to existing buildings, and the city attorney said including signs, include changes to an existing master sign plan, all signage must meet the requirements of the amended master sign plan.
And I would defer to your professional staff. My understanding is the first sign, the entranceway sign, was compliant with the code, properly installed, and met all of those requirements when it was initially installed at the location. It's the other two, I believe, that are seeking the deviation of the variance
Just
from
one.
that require, the one that's
So,
seeking
I
that.
mean, so that is my understanding, that the front sign is done, it exists. So what we're challenged with now is, do we make the back sign look like Sky Cove? Or do we make the back sign look like the front sign, which is the solution that they've proposed, which I happen to like, because that front sign is here to stay and there's nothing we
Well,
can do about it.
they're not quite saying that, Mayor. You're putting words into their mouth that
I'm
aren't
not,
there.
that's,
They're not talking about the waterfall feature, changing that. If you're including that and I'm requesting that, that's great, but I don't think you are.
sorry, I didn't
The
understand
tile,
what you just said.
the tile, the blue tile,
It's the same, it's
it's
almost.
not the same.
It's almost identical. You're talking about as the front sign?
Yeah, they could match the front sign. Or as Mr. Farber says,
It's
use the
basically
prefab.
Then it would definitely not match the front sign.
They would have to do that to the front sign as well, because that's what our
So
code.
again, you're back to telling us to change the front sign. which
Mayor,
we can't
the
force them to
code,
do.
I just read the code. It says, when you change the master sign plan, all of them have to be brought up to that standard within a year. It's right here. Want to look at it?
The marble. And I want to request that they do.
Right.
It's great.
I think this should be remanded back to the staff, let them work it out with the applicant and let it go with that.
I agree. We need to.
And take the improvements that they're talking about.
I'm at a loss.
Want to make the motion?
I'm at a loss. This was obviously, city has culpability here, and we're just making it worse and worse for the applicant. The issue of the front sign is not on the table.
The
Front sign
applicant is talking about adding tile to the base.
To the front sign? No, they're not.
To the back
Can I
sign.
just ask
Match
for
the
some
front.
I'm saying add a little more tile to the water feature.
To the back.
Full water
Let's
feature.
go back to the waiver table. Is that the three issues
Hold on,
that we
wait,
were?
maybe I am misunderstanding something. What tile are we talking about?
The
The
blue tile,
blue,
The color.
this stuff.
tile,
Can we vote?
to make it closer to find something that's closer to the front. than-
But it's, I don't understand how it's different.
It's a different color of blue.
Because 6 years of sunlight have.
Looks like a
No,
different.
no.
Yeah.
This is a smooth tile on the rear entry, and this is a.
The one on the front looks more like glass.
Can you zoom in on that? I'm talking about there. That's this tile.
It looks so in my. You know what I'm saying? Like,
It was a cloudy day for you.
this was like.
Awesome.
Isn't that what?
I believe the question is, you know how it has the waves?
On those tiles.
He's referring to them in.
That's what's being,
Sizes too, so that looks
What-
different.
Yeah.
so.
That's the back, that's the back one, yeah.
This is.
I believe it is the same size. Part of the issue is that the back sign, the lighting that day of the photo makes it look darker than it is, because I have other photos where it's more turquoisey and less navy.
As you can see.
That's-
So
Maybe
they
like
match
that.
closer than the side by side show.
Awesome. Quick question.
No, you were talking about this gray.
I'm talking about the grid.
Yeah, I see what he's saying.
For process, is it better for us to table this and then make those additions of the marble and then on the either side of the teal, the gray? Put that in the applicant and then bring it back to us?
Well, you could put those conditions. You can approve
To the motion.
you can approve the master sign plan with your preference as conditions of approval, then the applicant will come
I
back
didn't even know.
and amend the building permit with those specifics.
Yeah.
So you
So
said we
then-
can approve the waivers, the master sign plan
With
waivers.
those two
And
additions?
you'll come back with the.
No.
No, it wouldn't come back
We're
to
gonna add
you.
those two
It will,
conditions to the
it will be
waivers
administrative
tonight.
building permit.
So on the front sign, the gray is tile. So he just did a zoom in. Do you, are you proposing to paint that? Can we paint that gray or do you want, can you match the tile to the gray to match the front?
On the sides of the totem.
Because it's so much smaller, it's harder to get the tile on there.
Yeah, it's a lot thinner than the.
Right, we don't have as much room, so I mean, you're talking about a sliver of a tile where we
I
can
think the
paint it,
paint would
match
be-
as
I'd be
close as
okay with the
possible, yeah.
paint. As long as you're, because you're matching the totem to the front totem.
Correct.
Where it's gray on other side.
Yes.
On the other side of the field
Yeah, absolutely,
with the marble and the.
correct,
On the each side.
yes.
So make the motion.
Okay, so let me go back to the number.
Here's the three waivers.
I'm going to make a motion to approve MSP 2026-02 with the waivers, including two additions, and that is the marble facing on the either side of the Crestwin side, and also add gray paint to each side of the totem on either side of the teal to match the front. That'll bring the colors back.
Why don't you say paint or gray paint or tile, just in case they
It's-
can make the tile work.
If you can do the tile, I prefer the tile, but if you can't match it,
Then we will
paint,
absolutely try.
the same, that's gonna be the gray that's on the bottom of the current
Okay.
back entrance.
Sure.
So it blends.
Yes.
And Commissioner, that includes all of the conditions, all the waivers and conditions referenced by staff.
Including lighting, including everything.
Yes.
A second.
But you're using marble, the marble light. You're not painting.
Yes.
Carrera
Okay.
style.
The sign face will not be painted.
Okay.
No.
Just want clarification.
Okay, we have a motion by Vice Mayor Langowski, seconded by Councilwoman Leonard. Roll call.
Wait,
Right.
let's make an amended motion.
We have a motion and a second.
All right,
Roll call. Vice Mayor Langowski,
Yes.
Mayor O'Connor,
Yes.
Councilman Werner,
no,
Councilman Gleason,
No.
Councilwoman Leonard.
Yes.
Motion carries 3-2.
Thank you.
I wanted to make an amended motion. You guys don't know how to handle a meeting.
You're out of order.
So.
No, I'm not out of order. Maybe you're out.
Sir? Speak when recognized. All right, moving forward. We have the second reading ordinance 2026-02, chapter 101 and 119, text amendments.
Mr. Mayor, if I might.
Please
if I
read by
might.
title.
Thank you, Mayor. For the record, an ordinance of the City Council of the City of Westlake, Florida, amending the City of Westlake Code of Ordinances by amending Chapter 101, General Administrative Provisions, to revise Section 101-1, definitions and acronyms, to establish definitions for cabana and trellis or arbor, amending Chapter 119, titled Zoning by amending Section 1931, titled Residential Districts, to provide reduced rear yard setbacks for certain accessory structures, establish minimum building separation standards for structures with solid roof systems, and establish roof overhang standards for certain accessory structures, amending Section 19-33 entitled Mixed-Use District, to establish roof overhang standards for cabanas, providing for codification, conflicts, severability, and providing for an effective date. It's a public hearing for the record, Mayor.
We have a presentation by staff.
Yes, thank you, Mayor. For the record, Neil Leon, City Planner for the City of Westlake. Before you use the second reading, the Land Planning Agency and the first reading was recommended for approval on April 7th. This is ordinance 2026-02. I'm just going to point out the changes from the first reading as recommended by the council. We have added the following language. The height of the principal structure on the same lot, the height of the structure shall be measured in accordance with the height measurement provisions of this code. That was a recommendation from the first reading, and we have incorporated those height language into all of the zoning districts related to accessory structures. And staff recommends approval of second reading.
Excellent. Let's open up the public hearing. Madam Clerk, do we have any comment cards on this agenda item?
There are no public comment cards, Mayor.
Anybody from the public like to comment on this item? No? All right, let's close public hearing. Open up for council discussion. Do we have any council discussion on 2026-02?
Yes. Mayor, if it's not too late, I'd like to add a word under section 101-1 under definitions for cabana. It now reads, cabana means a freestanding accessory structure with a solid roofing system that is used in connection with and associated with outdoor pools. I'd like to stick in the word typically used in connection, because maybe someone wants to put a cabana in their yard, but they don't have a pool. If it's not too late.
So one of the requirements to be considered a cabana is that it has to be tied to a pool.
It has to have a pool?
Yeah, if it's not a pool, then it's a other accessory structure, aluminum roof, gazebo. So one of the requirements to be considered a cabana is that it needs to be tied to a pool.
Okay, well, because I looked up the definition of cabana and they said typically used. I mean, we have lakes. I don't know if someone might want to put a cabana on there to look at the lake.
So one of the reasons is because the pools have only a 3-foot setback in the rear. The cabanas, if you consider a cabana, you also could be at 3 feet, so it kind of matches with the pool setback. If not, then the cabana will have a bigger setback. It will be mismatching with the pool. So it was always the intent to be considered a cabana tied to a pool. And it did not have these specifics for the definition. We expanded on it just to identify, and there were no gray areas. What was a cabana, what was not.
To Mr. Werner's point, if somebody doesn't have a pool and they want to put in a gazebo in order to look at the lake, our code does allow for that.
Yes, but
It's just not called cabana, it's called
it would be other accessory structures.
something else.
It will have separate setbacks and other requirements. Cabana have very specific requirements
Because of the pool.
because of tied to pool.
Okay, all right, I'm fine. I mean, he put in the wording that we asked for about the not being higher than the
Right.
primary structure.
Any other comments from the council on this item? Nope. This is not quasi. If there's no further discussion, I'll take a motion.
I'll make a motion to approve ordinance 2026 -03.
Okay.
We have a motion by Vice Mayor Langowski, seconded by Councilman Gleason. Roll call, Mayor O'Connor,
Yes.
Councilman Werner,
Yes,
Councilman Gleason,
Yeah.
Councilwoman Leonard,
Yes.
Vice Mayor Langowski.
Yes.
Motion carries 5-0.
We have before us Resolution 2026-07, authorized signatures for conducting city's financial matters. City Attorney, please read by title.
Thank you, Mayor, Council. For the record, Resolution 2026-07, a resolution by the City Council of the City of Westlake providing authority for agents of the city to act on the city's behalf, providing authorized signatures for conducting city's financial matters for banking and accounting purposes.
I'm going to ask that our city clerk provide an update on this item.
So this item seeks city council approval of a resolution granting designated officials, who would be Mr. Howard Brown Jr. as the city manager, the authority to conduct business and financial transactions on behalf of the city of Westlake.
Housekeeping for our new city manager.
Yes, it is.
Council discussion? Any of my colleagues? No. May I have a motion, please?
I'll move approval of resolution 2026-07 as proposed.
Second.
We have a motion by Councilman Werner, second by Councilwoman Leonard. Roll call, Councilman Werner,
Yes,
Councilman Gleason,
Yes.
Councilwoman Leonard,
Yes.
Vice Mayor Langowski.
Yes.
Mayor O'Connor.
Yes.
Motion carries 5-0.
did you need public comment?
Nope. We have before us Resolution 2026-08, appointing and voting delegates, alternate voting delegates to the Palm Beach County League of City. City Attorney, please read by title.
Thank you, Mayor. For the record, Resolution 2026-08, a resolution of the City Council, City of Westlake, Florida, appointing John Paul O'Connor, Greg Langowski, Gary Werner, Eric Gleason, and Charlotte Leonard as the city's voting delegate and alternates to the Palm Beach County League of Cities Incorporated, fighting for conflicts, fighting for severability, fighting for an effective date.
Council discussion? May I have a motion?
I'll move approval of resolution 2026-08 as proposed.
I'll second.
We have a motion by Councilman Werner, seconded by Councilman Gleason. Roll call, Councilman Gleason.
Yes.
Councilwoman Leonard.
Yes.
Vice Mayor Langowski.
Yes.
Mayor O'Connor.
Yes.
Councilman Werner.
Yes.
Motion carries 5-0.
We have before us Resolution 2026-09, approval of agreement for purchase and sale between Minto PBLH LLC and the City of Westlake. City Attorney, please read by title.
Thank you, Mayor. For the record, Resolution 2026-09, a resolution from the City Council, City of Westlake, Florida, approving and authorizing the mayor or vice mayor execute an agreement for purchase and sale between Minto PBLH LLC and the City of Westlake, Florida, providing for conflicts, severability, providing for an effective date. Mayor, at the appropriate time, I just have a few minor comments on this item.
Pretty please.
Thank you. We've had some brief discussions with counsel for the seller as recently as this afternoon through Mr. Duty. There are just 3 quick points I wanted to raise for the commission's, council's consideration. Under section 10, special assessments, we're not aware of any pending special assessments at this time, but the city as a public agency is exempt. So we're going to make a revision with your collective approval that the seller and not the buyer would be responsible to pay any special assessments that might apply. And at closing, we confirm that the title is not subject to any outstanding assessments. Again, that's typically a seller's obligation, not a buyer's obligation. Section 15A contains certain deed restriction language that I believe the commission's aware of. We'd like to add the word civic, to define civic to include certain semi-public or supportive uses along with those municipal uses that were previously contemplated. And there would be a 45-day due diligence period, which is customary of a commercial real estate transaction. Thank you, Mayor and Commission.
Thank you.
So that's
Sir, please.
an additional word to the,
Yeah, we would just revise the agreement and I'd ask that it be approved with those amendments if you're so inclined.
so the motion would be as modified.
As
by the
amended.
attorney.
Yes, sir.
Mr. City Manager, I know it's your first meeting. Do you have a staff update on this item?
There is no staff update, Mayor. We conferred with DJ and he inserted the items and requested of the developer. And so we're fine with it. And we'll ask that the mayor do a presentation brief for the vice mayor and let's move it.
I believe the applicant's attorney, not applicant, I'm so sorry. I believe the seller's attorney is in the building. You please come and first let us know if the seller is amenable to the conditions put forward by our city attorney.
Yes, but I don't want to get in trouble with your city clerk, so I am going to introduce myself, Tara
Please.
Dewey of Lewis, Longman and Walker on behalf of Minto PBLH LLC. Yes, we do agree to those changes to the agreement, and we're very happy to be providing this land to the city for what we hope to be a future city hall for you all and other great uses for some of our boys in blue. So we're very happy to do it. We're very excited that this is moving forward and looking forward to a new phase for the city of Westlake.
Thank you so much. Let's make one thing very perfectly clear for everybody here and for the public record and for the world. This is being touted as a sale solely because it has to be classified that way. Minto is giving the city of Westlake land. What is the sale price?
$10.
$10. Land that is currently valued at well over probably $1 million an acre is being given to the city of Westlake for $10. If I had it in my pocket, I would hand it over right now and we'd call it a day. So that being said, I just want to tout what type of partnership this has been between the city and Minto. Minto is under absolutely zero obligation to give the city an inch of land. And they're giving us quite a parcel. So I just want to say thank you. Selling us for $10 for the record.
Thank you. And I just want to make clear, having worked on the city of Westlake before it was the city of Westlake and its initial approvals, the parcel that we're conveying to you is always called for a civic site. It's part of what is going to make the city what it is. And so it's Minto's absolute honor to live up to that commitment, that it be used for civic purposes, and what better civic purposes than a future city hall for you all. So Thank you from Minto and myself.
Well, to receive the land.
Thank you.
And it's historic because this will be the first piece of land that the city owns.
Mr. Mayor, can you explain to some people where it is?
If you guys want to know exactly where the parcel is, and this is PC2? PC2.
Yeah.
Yeah, this is what we call
Yeah.
PC2. If you're looking at the tax collector's office, right? Go down a little bit, you got the fire station, okay? There's an empty piece of land directly next to it. It's not that. You make the right, and then there's adjacent to that lake is the piece of land. Yep, so fire station, empty piece of dirt, make that right, you got it on your right hand side. It is just right here, what I just described. No, it's this.
Okay.
This one right here. Bigger.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You.
That being said, can I pretty please have a motion to purchase this land?
I'll make a motion to approve resolution 2026.
And count, that'll be as amended.
As amended,
Thank you.
With language.
with language and the conditions.
Second.
We have a motion by Vice Mayor Langowski, seconded by Councilman Gleason. Roll call. Councilwoman Leonard.
Yes.
Vice Mayor Langowski.
Yes.
Mayor O'Connor.
Yes.
Councilman Werner.
Yes.
Councilman Gleason.
Yes.
Motion carries 5-0. Thank you.
Excellent. It's a big deal, guys. Huge deal. Massive deal. Massive. We'll have a beautiful city hall. Beautiful sign. Okay. Let's move forward. Discussion of city events was moved. Let's talk about this Westlake Video Initiative. Can anyone from staff
Yes,
remind me what this is?
yes, Mr. Mayor, Vice Mayor, members of the council, I'd like for Ms. Flores to come forward and just walk us through what this is about. It's about free communications videos. But I know that Ms. Flores, I don't want to steal her fire. Go right ahead.
Well, I asked the new city manager to be my mouthpiece.
That's right.
That's my voice, but I'll do my best to present and also,
Mike,
Oh.
down, push it down. No, so yeah.
it's okay. I'd rather leave it here. I'd rather not hold it.
There we go. Yeah, same issue I have.
Thank you. Okay, so it's pretty simple. It's free, which is a good price. It is this particular initiative. They'll do 4 one-minute videos for the city and no cost to us at all, which is great. And they'll come out here and they'll video, all 4 segments at once. So we'll need to be prepared for that. You guys get to choose the actual topic. So you have 4 topics to decide from. There are, they do give recommendations. My recommendation, since it's our 10-year anniversary, would be to maybe our first particular video, but to be that. Also, let me see. There's an agreement that needs to be signed by the city. I don't know if you want the attorney to look at it, just to make sure that it's okay. Review, we could send it your way. And once that's done, they move pretty quick. They can be here in like 3 weeks to a month to start taping. It takes about 8 to 12 weeks to get all the videos together.
I'm sorry
for us to have.
If you're on the roll, I forgot to ask you to state your name and address for the record.
Sorry.
Sorry. The attorney should have caught that.
Florence, 124 Southwest Aragon.
Thank you so much.
You're welcome. Okay. It's a company called CGI. Mhm. Any additional questions?
Just in terms of like
Yeah.
direction and important items to capture and all of that
Yeah.
where's that coming from? You handling that part?
It'll come from you. You guys will be able to decide the topics and what you want to talk about, and what the focus you want.
4?
You get to pick 4 topics.
Okay.
And each one will be a 1-minute video. So you get 4 videos. They're very well done. What they have here on the screen, I don't know if that can be streamed. Basically,
The outdoors are always calling. Whether you're looking for a place to play, relax, or explore, the parks and recreation options here offer something for everyone. The City of Cambridge Parks Department oversees 5 parks spread across 110 acres. Our largest park is City Park, located on the north side of Cambridge. It features a city pool, a golf course, accessible playground, pavilions available for family gatherings, as well as baseball fields, tennis courts, and pickleball courts. Just beyond city limits, Seneca Lake Park includes a brand new splash pad, sandy beach, boat rentals, hiking trails, with 500 campsites. Salt Fork State Park has even more to explore, with forest trails, the Salt Fork Lodge, and the Eco Discovery Center. Cambridge Parks and Recreation makes it easy to get outside and stay active.
Cool. Can,
Cambridge, the outdoors are.
can we put up the different choices on the screen of, is that possible, of the tour topics? And then just so we're not operating in a silo, does the council want to choose the 4 items now?
It's in the packet.
Sorry, put you on the spot. But otherwise, I don't know when we're gonna get a chance to.
Sorry, pardon.
Just, Ms. Mayor,
There are 2.
Yeah, of course.
just as a matter of procedure, again, I believe, is there a contract with this company or firm
Not
that
yet,
is?
it's gonna be an agreement that you have to review.
And then my second question is just how the city came to the company, particularly in the context of
That's a
procurement.
wonderful question. I wanted it
Um,
myself.
Actually, Councilman Marner sent,
CGI representatives in Washington recently.
Okay.
They showed me their presentation. I said, that's something that we can use for economic development. And I talked to them after I came back and I brought Zoe into the discussion and we got it on the agenda for tonight.
Now, because it's free, we don't have to do like an RFP.
Well, yeah, there's very little that's free, and that's true in public life as well. So again, I'd like the opportunity to explore a little further, to review the contract. I don't know if there are other vendors, other companies out there that provide similar services. I'm not suggesting that this isn't a very good and positive option for the city. We just like to do a little bit of due diligence before
I
we move forward.
certainly appreciate your due diligence. That being said, is there like a time limit? Are we working against the clock here?
no, we're not working against the clock, but I did want to mention as well that they don't charge anything because they target local businesses. That's how they make their money back. So we had on the screen there, we only saw one of the videos, but there's 2 options. And there's 2 options for them to market. One is like an online magazine that you can click through. And then they have like the local businesses, anybody that wants to participate. And then they have like ads kind of into the online magazine. The other one is, the other option is more like an online thing. And it's our video, but then they have like all the different companies marketed within that particular video. So that's how.
Let the city attorney.
Yeah, we would just like an opportunity. There is a value, certainly to do business with the city.
Of course.
And we just like an opportunity to look a little closer at the initiative.
Completely reasonable.
Yeah, Mr. Mayor. Oh, I'm sorry, Vice Mayor. Go ahead.
I was gonna say, the agreement is in our packet. It's 1 page.
Well, and that may be all the more reason. There's certain statutory requirements when it comes to public contracts. We just like the opportunity to bring back something a little more refined that addresses all those requirements.
I would heed the advice of our council.
That's fine. I was just saying.
Yeah, understood. Thank you, Vice Mayor.
Excellent.
I'll move that we move forward with this proposal and let the city attorney work out the arrangements with the company. And as far as 4 topics, personally, I'd like to make sure that Minto has one of the topics so we can show the availability of land and opportunities. And I think Walmart, Lowe's should also be part of it.
And I mean,
Could I see the- could I
it was
see the
the
list?
10-year anniversary.
Can I see the list? Sorry. Economic development is what you're talking about.
Yeah.
All right. Is everybody on the council okay with economic development?
Sure.
Pending, go back. Pending, city attorney's review, of course. So that's 1.
Housing,
You see, is that?
Real estate.
You see that?
Real estate or housing?
Wait. Let's get put up.
or population, something that shows.
Hometown heroes.
Diversity, inclusion, agriculture, shopping and
And your
dining,
hometown hero.
professional services, manufacturing.
You can add to this.
Can we scroll down slightly? We're cutting off some of, public safety. Economic development for sure. We can only pick from these or it's.
No, you can have,
You can pick whatever.
they're suggested.
So,
Those are just recommendations.
okay,
And again, we may need to bring something back, Mayor, so the commission
Yeah.
may have another opportunity to really vet through this issue.
understood. Okay, so we'll have it narrowed down between now and the next meeting.
Did you already make a motion?
I made a motion.
Do you want to make it like June meeting?
So you would need to rescind your motion until after.
Bring,
Bring it
To have
back.
this brought back to June?
Yeah, that's fine.
Yeah, I take that as direction to the city attorney's office to review the contract, work with the proposal, and bring something back to the commission in June.
Excellent.
Okay.
I'll second that.
Are you rescinding your motion?
No.
No, I amended the motion.
To be June. No, I second.
We have a motion by Councilman Werner, second by Vice Mayor Langowski. Roll call. Vice Mayor Langowski.
Yes.
Mayor O'Connor.
Yes, yeah.
Councilman Werner.
Yes.
Councilman Gleason.
Yes.
Councilwoman Leonard. Motion carries 5-0.
Next on the list was F, a discussion of contracted services. I was going to take a point of privilege and ask that this council table this item. This is our city manager's first meeting. And part of what I want him to truly get his feet wet before we start shaking up the contracted services. Also, what I would like him to do in the meantime is make sure that the prior city manager contract is properly carved out the way it should be, because I don't believe that has been done.
Out of the interim article.
Correct. So I'm gonna suggest 1 or 2 meetings to let him really acclimate, understand the different contracts. It's been like 4 days. And then we bring it back for discussion, because I truly want his input when we do talk about this.
I don't have a problem with that, but I just want to make sure that if we are going to work toward our budget for next year, that we don't find ourselves shortened in terms of time to get RFPs. I see no problem pursuing RFPs for certain services, even though we may not make any changes, but we can at least keep the current contracts marketable and competitive.
I'm all in favor of all of that. I'm not opposed to any of it. I just want to give a brand new city manager a chance to acclimate a little bit and even understand all the different moving pieces before we as a body start talking about it. Mr. Vice Mayor, sorry.
Mr. City Manager, would 2 months be good? So maybe like our July?
You know, I don't need much time. I mean, it could be 1 month, it could be 2 months or 3 months.
So you.
So I
June or July?
June?
One-
Did you say it?
I will be here in June, so. No.
so it'll be June.
So let's do July. And then when do we need, is that enough time for us to get at least some quotes for services and contracts?
Well, let's, sorry, it might not be enough, it might not be enough time to, solicit proposals for all of these services. So, and then I think we have some
Nor do
special,
we know that we even want to.
no, that's correct. And,
I will be here for July.
right. And we have some scheduling conflicts in July. I was going to bring up on the city manager's report, so we can make sure that we can have a council meeting on, I believe July 13th, which is a Monday. But so August, the first meeting in August, I will have, by the end of the week, I'll be able to tell you what I think and in writing.
Okay.
But that won't inform a proposal and
Well, I guess I don't need this
an RFP.
tabled now because we were talking about contracts. So really, we just need some direction.
Yeah, this is just a discussion. This is not for action, if I understand it. So
So what's?
give me some time.
Would a workshop work?
I think
I think it's gonna take a little time.
I think a workshop is excellent because you can prioritize which ones are first you want to look at.
Pick up a date.
And then, so
Let's instruct staff to start working on a date to do a workshop on contract services.
This month,
No, in August, I think he said.
I'm thinking,
First week of August?
you know, August or July, maybe end of July.
You gone for the whole month of
No,
July?
no,
Okay,
just the first meeting.
so we don't need to nail the date down today.
Yeah.
Just decide that that's what we're doing. Cool?
Yeah, we'll get
All right,
going.
great. City council comments, Councilwoman Leonard.
Welcome, Mr. Mayor, your first meeting.
Absolutely.
And Minto, thank you for our land donation and sale. And what else? Happy Mother's Day to all the mothers and happy Cinco de Mayo and all the other things happening this month. So.
Thank you, Councilman Leonard. Councilman Gleason.
Yes, welcome to City Manager Brown. Looking forward to working beside you. I also want to thank Minto. That has been one of my pet peeves, is one of our identity, and thank you for moving that forward. So I appreciate that. I will not be here next month because it is my wife's 40th birthday and we'll be in the middle of the ocean. So if I don't go with her, I will not be living in Westlake anymore. So I have to go with her. I apologize for that in advance, and happy Mother's Day to all.
Excellent. Mr. Winter.
Thank you, Mayor. Glad to see the city manager on board and ready to go, and I'm sure he's gonna move pretty quickly on everything. Again, also, I'll repeat what Eric, or Councilman Gleason said about thanking Minto. That was a very nice offer that they made to us that we're accepting. I would like to suggest that there's a leftover piece of property just to the north.
It's owned by the county.
Owned by the county?
Correct.
I wanted to try and get that.
Well, it's owned by the county. Nothing's impossible. Nothing's impossible.
Well,
Nothing's impossible.
yeah, I don't know that that's large enough for what we might be wanting.
I
I'm
think it is.
thinking of a lifestyle center in addition to a city office. And maybe
Let's put a pin in those
I
thoughts.
can ask the city manager to just look at that property. We haven't seen a survey yet as to what is developable on that property, but maybe there's some additional properties nearby that perhaps might be able to be supplementing that you might want to suggest.
Thank you for your comment. Mr. Vice Mayor.
Couple of things. Mr. Brown, thank you for being here tonight, and we're looking forward to working with you. I know the citizens are excited to have a new city manager. I just want to say thank you to Zoe and Odette again. I know you're all going to miss my daily phone calls about all different stuff. No, you're going to miss. You're going to be welcome to have mine.
Yes.
A couple of other items, and Minto, thank you very much. And it's been a work in progress. We were supposed to tonight, but it's been moved to the June meeting. We were going to recognize the high school students who are dual enrolled and are receiving 2 degrees. There's about 38 of them. It's actually going to be moved to the June meeting. The principal at Seminole Ridge asked us to move it because he didn't have all the names finished. So we will do that honor at the next city council meeting, along with the teacher of the year from Seminole Ridge. But we'll do it. We'll just do a big group shot with all the students. And that's it. And happy Mother's Day.
Thank you, Mr. Vice Mayor. I'll keep my comments brief. We made Westlake history so many different times today. Just today, we had a new city manager, right? For the first time ever in history. We have our city seal on our Palm Beach County fire trucks for the first time ever in history. We entered into agreement to purchase land that the city will own for the first time ever in history.
With first municipality with the seals.
The first unveiling ever of a city seal on a Palm Beach County fire truck in history. What happened right here today. So happy Mother's Day. The moms are all the real MVPs. My mom, my kids' moms, they're the best people in the world. Every mom are the ones who really make it happen. And let's just keep making history. So that being said, let's skip to the Mr. City Attorney's reports. Oh, one more thing, sorry. A long time ago, 6 months or so, I talked about moving the date of the July meeting. Did we look at dates or were you on it? Of course you're on it.
Yeah.
Just kidding. So you may actually be here for the July.
Oh, that'd be good.
Because we need to move it. All right, so we'll work that out. All right, thank you. Mr. City Attorney, you got anything for us?
Thank you, Mayor.
Great to see you.
Yeah, it's nice to see you too. It's been a long time since I've attended a Westlake council meeting. It's really been a pleasure and I appreciate the hospitality. Thank you.
Thank you. Mr. City Manager, make history today with your first ever city manager's report.
Well, Mayor, Vice Mayor, members of the council, public and staff, what a great day it's been. First day at first city council meeting, third day at work. And I'm excited. I mean, you might have a contract city, but it's the people that work in these companies that do the work for you. You saw that tonight with an employee tell another employee how good of a job they did. And I've seen that happen in the last 3 days, and I'm very impressed with it. And I think we want to continue that. Thank you to Minto, the developer. I have to say that, now we're dealing with the city's future here. And this is a city future project, this sale or donation, and we're very appreciative. And we hope that our residents are able to recreate and meet there, and the city will have a place that, our residents could be proud of. So happy to see that. So Mayor, to your July meeting, we've been discussing that as staff. And we think that Monday, July 13th would be appropriate because we have conflicts on the council. And
I know that Monday's tough for me. Is there any way that
It-
Tuesday works?
well, can we do the Wednesday, the July 15th?
Yes, well,
Okay.
I can. I don't know about anybody else.
Okay, so those dates are available Wednesday, July 15th, if we could have
July
that date.
15th would be great for me.
6. Yeah.
July 15th.
July 15th, okay,
Check. Let me actually look.
okay.
Yeah, I have another commitment.
The 15th?
Yeah,
Um,
I might be able to get out of it.
okay.
Uh-oh.
I do have the 16th available as well. Does that
Okay.
work for anybody else?
Well,
I got the 16th as well.
okay.
What they can check.
Well, we
Oh,
know
have
about,
some-
the first 3 days, but we don't know about the 16th, right?
Correct.
All right.
Okay.
Okay, well, we'll check and we'll
Okay.
follow back
We have
up.
some time.
All right, the,
Oh, is that your pen I've been using all night? I'm sorry.
the tunnel to towers,
Like, where did I get this great pen?
Mayor, the tunnel to towers foundation agreement update.
Okay.
I'm sure you guys are aware of it. You've been discussing it. And Ms. Zoe Burgess can walk us through what is happening here.
Talk to us, Madam Clerk.
Well, Tunnels to Towers, as you know, we were going to try to bring to the city to partner with the city for the 5K race. We did send the initial contract to start engaging with Tunnel to Towers with our legal department. And unfortunately, and I know we probably have a brief update. Some of the language that was in the contract is not agreeable to the city attorney. I don't know if you want to
I can speak
address
to
it
that a
further.
little bit, Mr. Mayor, yeah, there were a couple provisions. One, first of all, they're a New York foundation, and they would require that we subject ourselves to New York law, which is a little atypical for a Florida municipality. Typically, that's not something that we do. We generally don't subject ourselves to any out-of-state jurisdiction.
Understood.
They also have a fairly detailed indemnification provision, which they're not willing to revise. As a public agency in Florida, we're afforded certain legal protections, particularly as it relates to sovereign immunity and certain limits on liability under Chapter 768 of Florida statutes. They're seeking, waivers of some of those liability limitations, as well as indemnification in the event of any incidents, which is, again, given some of the protections that were afforded under Florida law, we would not recommend.
Gotcha. That's what our city
So-
attorney is here to do, is protect us.
So it's a leak, that's your update.
Right.
And so we'll continue to work forward and
Did it
hopefully,
get kicked back to them with the
Yeah,
exclusion?
I believe we may be waiting to hear back, but preliminarily, I don't think that they're comfortable with our requested revisions.
They're not.
That's my understanding, that they're not comfortable.
yep. Okay, Mayor. Also, the financial update. The city is required to do an external audit yearly, and we're behind. And so when I say behind, we will work with Infomark and their personnel to expedite this. I met with the auditor this morning, and the auditor,
Berger and Toombs? Is
yeah,
that-
Michelle
Okay.
Marlin or Martin. And she's with the auditing firm. And so we're going to work on how we get this audit done quicker.
Okay.
And so we'll be working on it. It's pretty important because it affects all kinds of things related to city
Yeah, of
business.
course.
The city council, I will be reaching out to you individually, see if I can set up time to meet with you individually to give you like a bird's eye view of what I've seen in the last 72 hours.
Great.
And so, and then it'll be at your convenience. So it'll be whenever you can. It can be anytime during the week. It could be on weekends also until we meet, because I want to get in your face
Love that.
early. Next day or two, if possible, or within this week.
Anything else for us?
No, sir, that's it. Just glad to be here, and I'm happy to work with the staff and the council, and we're ready to go.
Thank you and
Welcome.
welcome to the team.
Glad to be here.
This section of the agenda allows for comments from the public to speak. Each speaker will be given a total of 3 minutes to comment. A public comment card should be completed and returned to the city clerk. When you are called to speak, please go to the podium, and prior to addressing the council, state your name and address for the record. All public comment cards will be noted, may receive a response if necessary. Any follow-up will be handled by staff at a later time. Madam Clerk, do we have any public comment cards filled out?
You have a public comment card from Mr. Bobby Farber.
Mr. Farber? State your name and address for the record.
Farber, 4829 St. Armand's Way. So I'm going to just start with saying that I'm hugely disappointed in the decision that went to Colta. You cost all the residents here, Crestwood, a tremendous amount of money because upkeep was never considered. At some point, we're going to have to fix that tile as opposed to painting it and everything. It's going to come at a tremendous cost to our HOA. So I don't agree with it. And I look forward to seeing when other people come here and see the deviations that go on. And hopefully that won't happen. 9/11 Tunnel to Towers, my involvement. I was told I would be the race director of that. I wish some people would keep me a little bit more informed as to what's going on because I'm blindsided by any of this. And I was told I was going to be in on the email chain, and I'm going to have to call them, discuss it. And as far as us being under New York law, they do have one on the west coast of Florida. So they've done it. So hopefully everybody can come together here and figure out what's being done. We would be the first one on the East Coast, but they are doing it on the West Coast. Lastly, I have something for our new city manager. We've gotten a city manager now. We've severed our ties with Infomark, right? We don't have it. We have two separate managers now.
Just for the city manager's role.
Correct. So that was a big thing. We have an educational advisory board. They meet here once a month, twice, 3 times a month. We have an educational advisory board here. I'm sorry, art and public places. We've only had 2 that they've met. But yet we have planning and zoning board, which I'm part of as an alternate. Hasn't met in 4 years. And you guys wear 2 hats. The city council is the planning and zoning board, and you're also the city council. So, Mr. City Manager, it's time that gets severed. That should be a resident board. It should be separated, just the same way the city manager was. And that's how that should go. And I think there are enough bodies here at this point. There's building going on every single day. And that board should be running on high right now. And right now, we get the city council sits here. They make a decision at 5:30, and at 6 o'clock, they sit there and they do the same thing. So it's the same thing. It's a conflict of interest in some sorts. So I would ask that maybe we look at this, not to hear where are we going to meet, what are we going to do. That's to be found out. That's to be decided. But I think it's time we separate that and we actually have it. And I think we need a set of plans for the next totems and the next people that come in so we don't run into this again. And I think the city council and our planning and zoning needs to get their act together. Too much confusion here. To me, this world's just an abomination. And that's all I want to say.
Thank you for your comment. I saw Annie's hand up. Ms. Tapiero. Please state your name and address for the record.
Okay, Annie Rodriguez Tapiero, Mayor, Council. I apologize in advance if this has already been addressed, but I'm hearing a lot about these AI centers, how it's affecting energy, water. And I'm wondering, one of the things I've heard recently is that when the zoning laws have loopholes, we do have a lot of land that is available. And I'm wondering if there's any chance that we could end up with one of these in our community, given that Minto has a lot of land available. And there's right now in Utah, something happening where the zoning laws have loopholes in it and they have to approve because of that. So has that been discussed in any of the meetings? Are you guys looking at that? Could anybody kind of fill me in on that?
All I can say is that the city of Westlake did sign a resolution opposing Project Tango. We sent it to the
Well, the
county
one that is
commission,
being
the
built
one that is
down
being
there.
built in Arden. In terms of our zoning requirements, I don't know if a hyperscale data center would be.
Yeah, again, I'm not as familiar. We could certainly look closer at that. I know there's also been some discussion in Tallahassee, some recent legislation with regards to data centers. It was a hot topic this most recent session. So I know it's something that
I'll tell you
the
what, if
state is
it's,
looking at.
if it's not something prohibited by our current set of code, I would love to get grandfathered in before they do
You can
something. in-
certainly look with work with your planning team.
Yeah, in terms of add prohibitions of hyperscale data centers in our code.
Okay.
If our code somehow allows for it, that is something we should most definitely get in front of.
All right, so that's something that you guys gonna really urgently look at.
We just gave the marching commands. Just
All right, thank you.
Would you pull the
Appreciate it.
council on that, Mayor?
Sure. Council, what are your thoughts on,
I'm for it.
you're for having
The
the,
language. We're making sure that we, you know.
that our zoning code prohibits
Yeah, we
hyperscale
protect
data centers?
Agree.
You as well?
Yeah.
Mr. Gleason? Mr. Werner?
I totally agree. The
We're
zoning
unanimous.
ordinance needs to be amended to include that prohibition.
Unanimous. You heard it here first. Any other comments from the public? Yes, sir.
Commission, my name is Rick Musumucci, 5389 St. Vincent Lane in Crestwood. I just wanted to let you guys know that, and as mayor, as you know, because I had you come speak at one of our men's club meetings, I'm the president of the men's club in Crestwood. And we're involved in a lot of philanthropic things. One of the things that we have coming up, it's going to be in November. We are going to have, within Crestwood, we're going to have a 5K walk. And then also, because it's 55 and over, maybe a little shorter walk for those that don't want to do the 5K.
Can I do the shorter one?
But it's going to be for the Alzheimer's Foundation. And Alzheimer's, as everybody knows, touches all of us at one point or another through somebody we know or a family member or whatever. It's a terrible disease. But the purpose in telling you guys this is this one will be Crestwood, but next year, if all goes well, our intent is to expand it and have it be all of Westlake. We'll have the Grove, Sky Cove, everybody, all of Westlake. And we'd appreciate it if, at that point in time, if the city gets behind that, and we can make it a great event for the city of Westlake. All right?
Let us know how it goes in Crestwood.
Well,
And what a wonderful cause.
What's the date?
November 7th.
7th. Any other comments from the public? Ms. Torres? From Whippoorwill?
Yes, yes. Hi, Alicia Torres, 5847 Whippoorwill Circle. Yes, congrats, everybody. Amazing work. Welcome. Okay, I'm gonna try to keep it short and sweet. Okay. So I'm sorry, city attorney, to put this on you, but I've been asking DJ for 2 or 3 months now about the art in public places money. So we should have some money in the art in public places fund to spend. And so DJ was looking into how we actually spend that money. Do you have any update on that?
I don't have an answer on.
Okay.
I regret that. I can certainly look further into that issue and remind DJ that it's on his list.
Yes.
Let's put that on the new city manager's radar as well.
Yeah, we can get that for you.
Because we have some
Okay.
initiatives that we'd like, we've got bike racks, Mr. Gleason, some other ideas, and we should have dollars in the account.
Yeah.
So,
Okay, and then I have another something to add to your list. And, I just do want some accountability about the sign issue here. And I believe this is your staff now. So is that correct that
they answer.
this is right? Okay. So I hope you can
Yes,
get on
I'll
that.
be looking into that.
Yeah. Okay.
And I'm happy to report back to you on it.
I mean, I just, speeding things up in the short term can create big issues like it did here tonight, and I don't know where the stuff fell through the cracks or whatever, but it's just, okay. And then also, Councilmember Leonard, you had talked about having a workshop or something about your experience at Springfest, was it? I think that's really important to do. It seems like we do have a lot of.
Moved it to the next meeting.
Okay, great. All right.
I'm just trying to get.
It was on tonight's agenda.
Okay.
Councilwoman Leonard didn't have all the information she wanted, so she bumped it to the next meeting.
Awesome. I just wanted to make sure it was still happening. Okay. All right. Thanks, everybody.
Thank you so much. So we have,
Sorry. And the City Hall, amazing. I was losing sleep over this for the last 5 years. This is going to change everything.
do we have any other comments from the public? Please, come up.
3 minutes.
Yeah, okay.
3 minutes, sir. Name and address for the
Real
record.
quick. 26160 Kings Lane. As I mentioned earlier, I'm sure you guys have discussed the fishing in the lakes in question.
Yep.
It goes a little bit beyond fishing. The fishermen are now going in the lakes where there are alligators. Needless to say.
In the water?
Yes, in the water. In the back of my home, there are other people sitting here who swim too. Okay. My question to you guys, who is liable, God forbid, if something happens in that lake? Was it you guys? Was it Crestwood? Who is going to pay the bill?
Well, the Semel Improvement District owns the lakes, but we all as residents fund the improvement district. They're our taxable district.
My understanding is the Crestwood Lakes have not been turned over yet to Sid.
Oh, that I don't know. I'm not sure.
I understand that, but we have an attorney sitting over here and he will tell you the same thing I know. God forbid if that happens, it's going to be Westlake, it's going to be RHOA, all right? It's going to be everybody that they could find. All right, now, the main reason for that is there is easy access right over the burners, the kids walking, and I have to say that the sheriff department lately has been patrolling, doing what they, naturally, they can't be there all the time. The minute they're gone, the kids are in, how it gets, now they'll be in that lake swimming. So I just want to be on record.
Yeah.
I want you guys to know that it's happening directly in back of my home, in back of Paul's house.
Well, certainly.
The kids are in the lakes. So, and there's only one way to stop it, and that's to get a barrier up where they can't get access to them. Because otherwise, sooner or later, those alligators are going to get home. Thanks for your time.
Thank you so much for your comment. Do we have any other public comments?
Just Ken Castle told me that that's a state law and that they have no owners to put up any signs or do anything because it's state law, and make my attorney look, so that they don't have to put anything up.
Well, I can't let him do public comment because he's already done public comment. Is there anybody who hasn't had public comment who wants to have a public comment? No? Okay. Real quick, before I adjourn, I want to, Mr. City Manager. What are you doing? Welcome to the team, sir.
Thank you very much. I
All
appreciate it.
right. You're officially one of us. I will adjourn the meeting at 8:18 p.m.
Right.
We are.